last 10 minutes for questions from the audience.
Most fascinating study, and I commend all of you for also working together and working reciprocally among yourselves and so on. I know it takes a lot of time and effort not just to do it, the analysis yourself, but to have multiple players with different points of view and so on. So I see the complexities in that and very much appreciate them. In looking at some of the body of literature that has to do with the good language learner, I think it's time for you to, through your own research, to shift that to perhaps calling it the resourceful language learner. Because it seems like what your participants were doing was learning and utilizing multiple resources, and those resources aren't necessarily things that just come up, in terms of what the older literature is telling us. I'd really like you to consider that. But I'll let others jump in and ask questions or make comments.
I was curious your question about how they learn these different resources. And I was wondering if you shared any of your research with everybody who participated, the different sites that people use to learn.
No, we haven't. Yeah. But they, when we asked them about how they learned and how should it be taught, and then they said that everyone has different strategy, and I'm not sure if my strategy is better or worse or more effective or not. So it might be a very good idea among the group of classroom that share different strategy, which I actually try to do in the doctoral seminar with Dr. Nicholas, but yeah, not yet. So, yeah.
I know you didn't analyze the differences between graduate and undergraduates. Did you notice whether it was similar or different by the time you got to graduate school in terms of resources and sites that people visit?
We didn't have time to analyze data because we closed the self-survey like 2 weeks or 1 or 2 weeks ago. So we'll work on that.
That might be worth looking at. I'm guessing it probably won't be different, but maybe not.
And did you also gather information on the amount of time that these folks have learned English? In other words, especially undergraduates, were they here in order to learn English, or were they enrolled in regular classrooms or classes?
Yeah, we actually asked them how long have they been in the U.S.
And we also have information, data about their test scores, and then.
But I'm wondering if some of them were in the IB, for example,
Yeah, 4 to 8%.
Because that would also cut down on their proficiency to perhaps even understand what your survey questions may be asking. So there are a couple of different.
And it's also there were because it was surveyed to all international students. There were native speakers of English from Canada, England, and things like that. So it's not purely second language learners, but yeah. Yes.
So when you asked them, they said we learned this by ourselves. But I'm also thinking that each one of these sites that they went to and navigated to is not just the passive text. It also facilitates some strategies over others. It also engages learners in navigating certain places from that site. And so it seems to me that another layer of this is to look at the most popular sites or the important sites, whatever those are from your perspective, and to see how they're designed. Because behind that site there's a designer that's thought about how people are going to interact. So there's another layer there.
Right. Actually, there one website called the Neighbor was used by all heavily used by Korean participants. I contacted them, and they said it's confidential information. We are not supposed to share. But when we are analyzing our data, video data, we noticed that people have specific strategy depending on the kind of website they visit. If they go to Google, they have specific things like that. So, yeah.
Right, so you could do something that's more like a textual analysis. You don't really need to ask the designers, but you could look at the site itself to see how does this read, what is it expecting as a site. More like an actor network.
Right. I think we had to do that. We were kind of overwhelmed by the amount of data. We didn't expect that we get that much data. But yeah, we'll work on this.
The design of the, I think there's a Google has been pointed out by one of the student guys. He actually thinks that like Google, why does it run so fast? Because there's no much they call visual noise in that website. So that's a good design. He pointed out. So I think that's a way to analyze it.
Did the restaurant that gave away the couple $100 make money or lose money?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm partly doing this joking, but on the other hand, I think it's a wonderful idea for an entrepreneurial group like this to prepare a restaurant to give it. Now, if you could follow up with an interview
Yeah.
that says, and they brought in their dates and we made more money in the last month than we have in the last year.
We told them that we're going to recommend them in our Facebook saying that this is a researcher-friendly restaurant.
Follow up with some of that because I think we need more restaurants like you.
Sure, yeah. We are thinking about printing a certificate to show that.
That's great.
Yeah.
I just have two questions. One, some research has shown that women are multitaskers online. They're, for lack of a better word, they're better multitaskers. They're more prone to multitasking online. So I was just wondering too. I mean, I don't know whether that's emerging in your study that women are kind of going different ways. So that's one comment. The other comment that I have is one of the worries in terms of psycholanguage learning is the students have a tendency to not use contextual information, but they just go look for word meaning. So whether the online reading text is kind of reinforcing that you click on that word, you find that meaning, the meaning of the word, or you see other patterns.
Right. But the cloud computing posting, that was very specific text for information technology. And so, for example, one of the questions included ISB, right? And that was independent, like, yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Look it up.
Yeah, you can look it up. Yeah, but first thing when we Google that, that's international student volunteer, right? So it is many times impossible to pick only one, and oftentimes they first show, as you know, Wikipedia, and that's not always right. So that's why we suggest a new framework. When they need to find the content support, they are actually incorporating the new literacy domain, 5 domains of new literacies. So yeah.
What do you mean by how did they incorporate that?
They basically identify the question of what we need to know about this word, and then they make decisions of where to find this information. And so they either go to online dictionaries or Google or Wikipedia on other content-specific websites. And then oftentimes they get multiple results. Like ISB has like 5 acronyms. So they have to evaluate visit each website and evaluate, and then go back to their text and then figure out their context, and also go back to the Google result and then figure out again their context. So a lot of evaluation and comparing.
I think that's a great part of the article. You can bring that up because that's something new.
Right.
I think, because it does take them away from being obsessed with that word. They're doing back and forth shifting, which is really something a
Uh, in our in-depth study, no. But in our online survey, yeah, they said specifically said that I go to YouTube when I have to understand a concept. Like for example, understanding a concept about like cloud computing. I will probably go to YouTube and then type cloud computing and watch a video for 33 minutes, and then I understand the concept. So yeah.
Because a good video, the students can get a lot of information. Sure. You know, even the non-verbal communication and also the pragmatic components